Hey you guys, okay, this is incredible. I mean, gosh, not even 24 hours later, and here I am again with another really cool car for you guys. So I was very, very lucky to have Rick Johnson come by. You guys may have remembered him from an earlier video that we did on his split. So we talked about Porsches. Well, you guys, here we go. Here's another one. So you guys ready for more fun? Let's do it. Beautiful sunny day, and who do I find? Rick Johnson. Rick, good morning.
Hey.
Man, let me tell you, okay, so I hijacked your morning, and I don't know, it's becoming a common theme, it seems like. So I was telling you yesterday that I did a video on a Buddy 67 911 Targa, and now here you are. Rick, what is this beauty? What year is this?
This is a 1959 356A, so it's the last year of the A models.
The last year, okay.
Yeah.
And how long, now you gotta deal with me because I mean, I'm not very Porsche savvy, but so the A's lasted from when to when?
Well, so 54 would have started the pre-A's.
Okay.
So 54 and 55 are called pre-A's, and then 56 through 59 are the A coupes.
Okay.
And then 1960 started the B's.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. Now, how long have you had this?
I had this car about 10 years.
10 years, okay.
Bought it, it's an original California car from up in the Bay Area.
No way.
A friend of, well, not a friend, a gentleman down in the San Diego area had owned it for quite a long time, and we bought it from him.
What? Really?
Yeah.
This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, we just drove over here, and what a ride. I mean, it's just, these are so cool. I'll tell you, the thing that scares me about riding in these is the fact that it definitely makes you want to get one. Now, what made you want to get one? And you mentioned also when we were driving over here that you have a Speedster.
I do. I have a 56 Speedster that this year it's going to be 50 years since I've owned that car.
50 years, that's awesome.
But the coupe is just to drive on longer trips and everything, it's
Right.
just much more comfortable of a car to drive. So
And
this is our driver 356.
That's what you said. This is our driver. I love it. So you never ever thought about, hey, you know what, maybe I'll get rid of the Speedster and,
Oh, no.
you know, okay.
No,
So
the Speedster is going to stay forever unless there's some kind of a financial catastrophe, which
hopefully not,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
And now tell me about these wheels, because that's the reason that it was over at the shop.
Right, so these are Techno Magnesio wheels. Originally, they were a magnesium wheel, but now they're being produced with, it's an aluminum alloy.
Okay.
It's definitely a lighter wheel than the stock steel wheel is.
Mm-hmm. Is that
And
what was
it's
on here before?
Yeah,
Okay.
the steel wheels, they were from 59. They were the original wheels for the car. We'll save those and everything.
Yeah.
But this is a 5.5 inch rim
Okay.
versus a 4.5 inch.
Okay.
So same size tire, it's a 165
All right.
15, and it's a little bit wider now in the 5.5.
Oh my gosh.
And then the other thing that I decided to do is we put a 12 millimeter spacer then between the brake drum and the wheel. So it gives you a little bit wider stance than what it was before.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
And in order to accomplish that, then I had to have longer wheel studs put into the brake drums, and that's what Josh
Okay.
was doing. I had bought the spacers and the studs, but Josh has a press, and he was able to press the old stud out and
that's
install the new
awesome.
ones. Yep,
Yeah, you're right about the stance, definitely. So, I mean, and
Yeah.
how thick are the spacers, you said?
12 millimeters, so it's
12
basically a
millimeters,
half
okay.
inch.
All right. So, I mean, these look awesome. They look fantastic. This is such a beautiful car. What's your favorite thing about this car, other than obviously the rideability, as you mentioned?
The body style of the A coupe is just what attracts me. The rounded front fenders and everything. Yeah, it's just it's just a very, very, I think, aesthetically pleasing car.
It definitely is. Can we see the inside real
Certainly,
quick?
Yeah.
And you said this is the original color scheme?
Yes. So it was original ivory with the red interior.
Oh my gosh.
The dash is pretty much the same.
What a gorgeous red, too.
So one thing that we did do on this car, since it is a driver, we had these seat shoulder belts put in.
Oh,
So
okay.
a bracket put up onto the B pillar,
Yeah.
and there's a little reel down behind the seat. So we actually have a shoulder harness now
Okay.
instead of just a plain old lap belt.
That makes sense. Look at the back, just stunning. So now, what would have come with these originally? Just lap belts?
Yeah, just a lap belt.
Okay. Yeah, so just make it a little bit safer, huh?
Yeah.
I love how the heater knob is like
yeah,
a VW
up in the front.
one, huh?
Yeah. So this is a T2 car. So the T1 cars, that heater knob and the shifter are actually reversed. So your shifter was much further up underneath the dash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So the shifter on the, you said this is a T...
This is a T2.
T2, okay.
Yeah, so the T1, the heater knob and the shifter are just actually reversed.
Huh.
So to go into first and third gear, your hand is up underneath the dash, basically.
Oh my gosh. Wow, look at this. That is so cool. And I love the steering wheel. Was a horn button, I mean, is this, it's not an add-on as far as the horn button?
No,
the
that's
horn
the original button that would have been
Wow.
on the car.
Look at that.
Just a Porsche crest. And, actually, what we call the horn button was actually a headlight flasher, and that big ring is the horn ring. So
Really?
the ring would take and honk the horn,
Okay.
and if you press the center button, it would flash your headlights or brights.
Just to let them know you're coming and you're going to pass somebody, huh?
You know, back in the day, you would flash other Porsches that were on the road coming at you. You know, there were so few of them. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
Can we take a look at the engine?
yeah,
All right.
a little dirty, but
Here's something crazy.
Sorry, we're filming.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry. Oh, you're
Oh, look at this.
you're not going to be able to see too much. But
Oh, look at that. So I've never noticed this. Is that a rain guard or just for support?
No, it's a rain
got
tray.
Channels.
Yeah.
It is.
it is a
Okay.
rain tray.
Wow. That is, oh, wow. Yeah, look at that with the drain holes. I don't think I've ever noticed that, Rick. That is really cool.
All the single grill cars had them, because later on they went to the twin grill. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning, man. I am learning. Okay, so single grill and then twin grill. When did they go to the twin grill?
During the Bs series. So the T5 Bs, I believe, were single. No, the first Bs were single grill, and then they went to the T5. It was a double twin grill on the back.
This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. So clean. And what size engines are these?
This is a 1600.
Okay.
It's a C engine, actually.
What does that mean?
Well,
What's a
it's from a
CN?
356C.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
It's a later. It's from a 64 or 65
Okay.
car. I have the original three-piece case that came with this car originally, but this is a little bit more powerful engine. Allows me to cruise at 75 miles an hour without too much stress.
That's awesome.
Pretty much stock. It has a big bore kit on it,
Okay.
and then it does have the 1, 2, 3 distributor in there, so it's programmable, so I can
really?
program
Okay.
the tune on it to the advanced curve.
Oh man, Rick, when did you get into cars?
When did I get into cars? Gosh. Well, I bought my Speedster in '76. I guess I was into cars then.
But now, I'm trying to remember back to the first interview that I did on you. So before the Speedster, you must. What did you drive before then? Any Volkswagens?
No, never had a Volkswagen
No
prior
way.
to me buying the 1950 split that I had before the 52. My brother had a Westphalia camper,
Okay.
but I never had a Volkswagen.
Wow.
The first car I bought was it was a 1971 MGB.
An MGB.
Lucas Electrics.
Wow. And then suddenly you just started going down this path. This is awesome.
In 1976, I saw a Speedster for the first time. I had never seen a Porsche Speedster 356. And I thought it was the coolest car I'd ever seen in my life.
Right.
Decided I wanted to get one and found one after about 6 months. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so cool. And then it's just kind of gone on from there.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's phenomenal, the cars that you've actually gone ahead and acquired. And I mean, just super, super, super cool cars. It's just awesome.
We feel very fortunate. And,
No, definitely. I mean, It's so cool that you also, you drive them. They're not just stuck in some sort of museum or something, You drive them, you enjoy them.
It's been on the Tour de Elegance for the La Jolla Concours. We've been up to Works Reunion. This was from the prior owner.
Okay.
But the Registry Reunion in 2018, we were up there in Monterey for that.
Wow.
Been over to Arizona a couple times. There's a javelina sticker on the other side from the Arizona Outlaws.
Let's go check that out. Oh, I love this. And it's awesome that it's an original California car too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really neat. Look at this. So what, Javelina 100 tour?
So the Arizona Outlaws do a tour annually, and they call it the Javelina 100.
Okay.
And it's just a little
Oh, that's
memento
awesome.
from there. And then, of course, the Bing.
Yep.
Everybody loves that.
I love that too, man. That's awesome. Great boards.
Old school.
Oh, this is just stunning. What a beautiful, beautiful car. So, I mean, okay, so you got the Speedster, you got the Split, you've got this. Is there any particular car that would be on your radar to, where you think, man, you know what? It'd be really cool to have X. Or are you done?
I'm not going to add to the collection. And if I get another car, I'm going to sell something. Probably the 55 Volkswagen convertible, actually.
Oh, wait. Hit the brakes. So you have a 55 convertible?
I do.
Okay. Tell me about that one.
It's a real nice car. It used to belong to Carl Schuler.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
I think I remember that car.
Bought it from Carl.
Okay.
It came through Colomi Motors years and years ago. Yeah.
How funny.
So
Small world.
So it's a nice car. I just don't drive it that much, unfortunately.
Well, man, when you have these toys, I mean, come on, give me a break. It's like, let's see, 55 Vert or Speedster.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, congratulations, Rick. I mean, seriously, man. It's like you're such a nice guy, man, and it's just awesome, these beauties that you have. And like I said, it's great that you drive them and that you're willing to share them, just because people then get a chance to actually learn about them, like myself.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, man, maybe someday if I ever decide to get out of the high roof, the high roof crack habit, then maybe I'll get something like this. No, this is great.
Once you drive it, you'll change your mind.
Riding in it makes me want to change my mind, So no,
I can only imagine
awesome.
what the high roof is like driving, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, I mean, it's a little breezy today. If you ever want a diaper change, we'll go on the freeway with the high roof. Yeah. We'll go to Willisburg West and you will definitely decide you never want to get one.
Yeah.
So no, this is very cool, Rick. So thank you. And let's cruise back to the shop and I'll record it so people can actually go ahead and hear it.
All right.
And actually, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and start it up while I'm back here so we can hear that, and then I'll jump in. Wow. Oh, what a beauty. All right, let's go for a cruise. I love the sound of the door when I close this thing. It's so
nice and solid. Yeah.
So solid.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah, I love the badges and the stickers. And I like how you went ahead and you've got you're so legal. You've got your phone holder here that you were kind enough to go ahead and put down so we can record.
Well, when you're traveling in these cars and you don't know where you're going, you need your maps and on your phone.
Right?
Yeah.
You mean you don't have a Thomas guide in here? I remember that. My dad would, he had the Thomas guides from LA to San Diego, and it just looked like he was driving with Bibles.
Orange County and LA.
Yep. Listen to this thing. Awesome. Now you said it's got a big bore kit, so
it's 1720 cc's versus 16. Yeah, 1600 is what it normally comes with.
Right?
It's just a normal. So I don't know. The horsepower is probably somewhere around, I'd say maybe 80 horsepower, something like that.
That's cool.
But the car's so light, you know.
Right.
It's this exhaust is a little loud, but
that's okay with me. Wow. How would you not want to drive this every day, Rick? Seriously.
like I say, you can get on the freeway in this and, you know, travel 70, 75 miles an hour, not any problem at all.
Wow.
You know, the biggest concern, you know, you don't have any airbags, obviously. So
Right.
you just have to be super aware.
I've always said that the airbag in a vintage Volkswagen is that deep breath you take before impact.
Right.
Yeah, at least in this car. Oh, it's okay. I guess we can go up here and make a right.
Sorry.
The, you know, at least the nice part about here is that you don't have the steering column, you know, right in between your legs like on a bus.
Right.
And it's crazy how roomy these are. You know, I mean, you could actually be, I mean, I'm not tall, but you could actually be pretty tall and still, you know, have plenty of headroom, leg room.
And in the coupe is, yeah, you have plenty of room and everything. The Speedster is surprising how much room is in that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, in the Speedster, are the windshields, I mean, like half the distance? Yeah, you can go out that way if you want. Are the windshields kind of, they look
It's a shorter windshield,
Okay.
and it's slanted back. You know, it's on a,
Okay.
on a rake. Yeah.
So, being totally naive, what's the difference between a Speedster and a Spider?
The Spider's a 550. The Speedster's a 356. So
Oh. Wow. Okay.
yeah,
And those are is that what, the Holy Grail?
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can get an original 550, oh my goodness, you're talking $1 million plus for that vehicle. Yeah.
That would be something else. Man, what a gorgeous day and what a gorgeous car to ride in. This is awesome. Seriously, Rick, congratulations, man. I mean, I'm so happy for you. I think you're pretty fortunate to have some really cool rides.
Thanks,
And-
Eddie. I mean, we feel very fortunate as well. I mean, and, you know, these have been acquired over a long period of time, and
Right.
you know, you don't typically buy cars to as an investment, but we've done very well.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Your eye for the really cool stuff is good. Love that sound. Well, seriously, man. I mean, I think everybody loved your the video from the split, but I think people are just going to drool over this one. So, thank you so much,
It's
dude.
been a blast, Eddie. It's
Awesome,
fun.
awesome. And then I think I don't know, someday when you decide to pull the Speedster out, I would love to take you up on a ride in that.
We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it sometime.
Awesome. All right, Rick. Thank you again, man.
All right,
Appreciate
Eddie.
it.
Take care.
You too, man.